So I watched Doom Annihilation today, and this is actually not a good movie. This movie, I don't even know if this has anything to do with the Doom that The Rock did a couple years back. I didn't really see much of a tie-in. So I mean, the synopsis, at least from IMDb, is that the movie follows a group of UAC Marines as they respond to a distress call from a top secret scientific base on Phobos, a Martian moon, only to discover it's been overrun by demons who threaten to create hell on Earth. So from that synopsis, you pretty much know what type of movie you're gonna get. The movie itself has very forgettable actors, or very forgettable characters, I should say. Sorry. There really wasn't a big name I could think of in this movie. The only person I recognized was Lois Madlor. I think he plays the chaplain, and I've seen his face in a couple other movies before. A lot of these other people, though, I have no idea who they are. The main character is Joan Dark. That's her name. She's played by Amy Manson. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else. And she's kind of like a lieutenant in this group of Marines, and they're going to pretty much investigate what's going on the base. And, from the start of the movie till the end, pretty much all hell breaks loose, as it's said in the synopsis. The acting itself is not that great. It's decent. No one really stands out. The story is pretty basic. Nothing new. Nothing fresh. No real twists here. The now the computer generated, the CGI is really bad. I would definitely say that. It's very bad, actually, in several spots. This actually looks like a sci-fi movie, like a movie that you would see on the Sci-Fi Channel, sci-fi original movie. The I don't even know where to really begin with this. There is kind of a story where, I guess I can spoil it, where they're working on the gate that's supposed to teleport you instantaneously from the moon to Earth. And then, whoever goes through the gate is pretty much driven insane. It shows the first guy that volunteers, I guess, for it, and he becomes like a monster. And then the head scientist goes through it, and he comes back as a monster also. And, the main the protagonist, Joanne Dark, she goes through it towards the end as well, and there is this action scene. The action scene itself is kind of like over the top and ridiculous. It's Doom. It's Doom. Okay, so I think we know what we're gonna get, But still, though, for me, eh, it's not a horrible movie. I've read the reviews, and some people are saying, "Oh, this movie is garbage. This movie is the worst movie ever." And people are just being hyperbolic. It's not the worst movie ever. I've definitely seen movies with worse acting in it. Now, I will agree that the special effects are very bad. But I've seen movies with worse special effects in it also. To me, I really judge a movie based on whether it's entertaining or not, and whether I would rewatch it again in the future. And for this one, probably not. This one is kind of like a folding laundry movie where, you put on the background, and you do what you got to do in the house. You do your chores, you fold your laundry, you do all the other stuff, and it just plays. If you're hearing this noise, my dog is snoring, so yeah. But yeah, it's pretty generic. Nothing, she's Joanne plays a hero, and she does what every hero does in every sci-fi movie. So there's really nothing different about her. There's no character depth, really. I guess they try to introduce some character depth, and that she's kind of second guessing herself because she made a mistake or she made a bad call that put her team out there. But they kind of allude to what she did. I mean, they say what she did, but they kind of never really touch on the reason why she did it. They just said, "Oh yeah, I made a mistake. I did this," and they kind of just ended there. That's kind of it. I mean, I know I'm not really getting in depth on it. I would just watch the movie. I mean, if you're going to. This is one of those movies though you could definitely spoil, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, or you could skip as well. You don't even have to see it. It's not like it's not as it's one of those movies where it's okay. It's not so bad that it's entertainingly bad. It's not good where it's a must see. And I think people are just being, like they're saying, "Oh, this is the worst movie ever." That's not true. Definitely. But it's just not entertaining to me. Like some of the scenes were okay. Some of the special effects were okay at best. None of them were great, but some of them were okay. The death scenes were okay. I really that's the thing. I would say this movie is okay. That should be the title of this movie. Doom Annihilation. Okay. It's just an average okay movie. I mean, if you like those type of movies, then watch it. If you don't, then stay away from it. That's really what I can say on that. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too more in depth into this movie. Like I said, it's very, very basic, very surface level. There's no like hidden meanings in any of this stuff. It's pretty much what you see is what you get. If you liked the first Doom movie, which a lot of people hate, I mean, you might like this one. It's not actually that much different. The main difference, I think, the original the Doom with The Rock had more of a first person type shot to it, where it looked like you were, a first person shooter in the game. This one, I don't really remember any points where they do that. I mean, it's more like, you see everyone, you see the monsters, you shoot the monsters, and they're showing the person shooting the monster. So they don't show your point of view as if you're the person actually, shooting the monsters. It just shows the monsters being shot by the Marines. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this movie. Like I said, if you like the first Doom, you'll probably like this one. If you didn't, you probably are going to skip it anyway. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Thanks again for listening.